What's up, guys? It's your favorite cheetah, and I did tell you guys that you guys are gonna get a second video, so here you go. Oh, what the heck? I'm sorry. I did mention in one of my past videos that I was gonna do something where I pull something out of a hat. Sorry, I heard talking, or like a hat or like a bucket. And today's topic was, drum roll please. Today's topic was subliminal posts on social media, especially when there's drama incidents. So, for those of you who may know, I have people that do not like me. I'm pretty sure there's people in your life that may not like you. And my answer to this is, if you have a person where they just run to social media about stuff, they're not a genuine person. Because me, if I have a problem with somebody, I'm not going to run social media. I don't feel like that's the first go-to thing you should do, is run social media, because social media doesn't really do anything for you. Also, I feel like when you run to social media, in a way, it kind of shows me how you move as a friend. Because if I'm going to run social media about something, I want to make sure I run social media with facts. I want to run social media with the truth, and I want to run to social media with the intention of giving life lessons. If you're running to social media for not life lessons, you're really just doing it so you can get somebody's attention, or you just want people to, you want to get the likes, get the views, that's not a genuine person. Because like me, I'm talking about my live video was bullying. I talk about that because that is something that happens a lot in this world, and unfortunately subliminal posts is also something that happens a lot in this world. I'm not going to sit here and say necessarily that I'm not going to really necessarily sit here and say that everybody goes through it, but a lot of people do go through it, including myself. I went through subliminal posts in the past. Unfortunately, it's not like an ideal thing, not something that everybody should do, but people still do it, and especially in the generation, that's our go-to thing, is social media. Now, my understanding with subliminal posts, especially for a lot of other people, is a lot of it comes with the jealousy perspective, and running social media does nothing. You can do so many things, and running social media is not one of them. It really doesn't even do anything. It doesn't fix the situation, it actually makes the situation worse. Because when you run on social media, at that point, you're letting the whole world know your problems. One, that's not everybody's business. Two, the whole world doesn't know you, the whole world doesn't know me. So my suggestion on that is, if people make subliminal posts about you, I wouldn't sit here and just necessarily encourage you to make one back, because at that point, two rights don't make a wrong. I wouldn't encourage you to make one back. My encouragement to you is, let people talk, because I have people to this day that still say a lot of negative things about me. I'm not going to say it doesn't hurt my feelings, because of course it does. You never want people to say anything that's bad about you, but you don't want to give people a reason, to want to say something bad. So that's, like I said, my suggestion to you is, I wouldn't worry about what people say. I wouldn't worry about a lot of things, really, because of the simple fact of, with us getting older, I think you'll get to a point in your life where you kind of realize some things are just not worth it. Now, granted, am I grateful for some things I did have, as far as getting some experience with my friends and stuff? Yes. And I'm just gonna be honest, subliminal posts can be they can be, I was yawning in my other video too. They can be a little targeted sometimes, because I feel like a subliminal post is a subliminal post. Once you put it up, you can't take it back down. I mean, you could take it back down, but people aren't, people screenshot stuff these days. Like, that's just how social media runs. And for me, I don't do that whole social media, let's going back and forth stuff. I feel like it's honestly a waste of time. I feel like it's a lot of immaturity there, because if you're able to take everything on social media, you're not genuine. Because why can't we talk it out? Why do you go take it to social media? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. So that's why I said, I know too, some people think it's like, oh, you're just scared, you're just this, you're just that. It's not that I'm scared necessarily, it's just I'm at a point in my life where once you hit a certain age, you realize things are just so, they're so petty. You realize it's like, why am I even fighting with you over this? So, like I said, that's pretty much my input on that. But I do have a twist to this video. I am going to be answering some questions about subliminal posts. So, here we go. Let me grab my paper. Okay. Okay. This one says, how you do a subliminal post? I don't. Like, honestly, I don't do it because I feel like, one, the only way I feel like you will actually entertain a person with subliminal posts is by you posting something back, and I don't do that, so I really don't entertain it. Have you had anybody recently make a subliminal post on you? Yes. And unfortunately, the person that did it was more of like, I couldn't necessarily say this person. I assumed, well, yeah, I guess the right word I can use. I assumed we were on good terms. I assumed that we didn't have any problems, but I guess I was wrong all along. I'll just leave it at that because I'm not gonna sit here and just. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, I have. One thing you hate about drama: how fast it can escalate. One thing, it can escalate. You can go from it being between you, somebody else, and someone else, to it being between you, those two other people, and 6 other people that had nothing to do with it in the first place. Drama can escalate very fast, so that's one thing I hate about drama. Have you ever been lied on in drama? Multiple times. There's been so many times where, like, I'll get in trouble about something that had nothing to do with me in the first place. And, for me, it's more of like, sometimes people use your name when they know you're going to get in trouble fast. And that, unfortunately, was my case. The whole situation, that was the case. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. Can you guys hear me? Because my speaker has been sitting on top of this pillow, so I don't know if you can hear me. I have to watch the audio back and then fix it if you can. But, yeah, that's just how it normally is. So, there's that. Last question. What is one thing you wish you would have did differently in drama, like incidents? Well, for one, I really wish I just would never talk to some of these people, because sometimes you give people the time of your day to think it's okay. But another thing I think I should have did differently was peeped red flag sooner. Because honestly, a lot of these people I follow with now, or have followed with now, are people that I've known since I was like 9 or 8. Yeah, maybe 9 or 8. So a lot of these people I've known for a while. So, like, you figure I was like 8 going on 9, and I'm already about to be 15. So a lot of people I've known like 4, 5, 6 years. So a lot of these people, when you're little, you don't know what red flags are. Like, you just know that somebody's being mean to you. But I really wish I knew what it was sooner, so I was able to peep it way faster, because now I see. But yes, that wraps up today's video. So I hope you guys got a good understanding of how to deal with subliminal posts. But I love you all so much, and thank you for everything. I love you. Bye.